The phone lines at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center had been jammed for days. The ticketing system crashed not once, but twice. Tournament officials were staring at numbers that defied all logic. The Lindner Family Tennis Center in Cincinnati had seen ticket prices surge by 160 higher per ticket than just 2 nights earlier, and it was completely sold out. In Toronto, tournament director Karl Hale had revealed that Eala had sold upwards of 5,000 tickets on her own, forcing organizers to move her match from the 2,800-seat grandstand to the 10,077-seat center court. Tickets sold out in under 30 minutes. But now, New York was experiencing the same phenomenon, on a scale that no one could have anticipated. We've never seen a player ranked outside the top 5 have this type of effect, Hale had said. Now, the U.S. Open was about to find out just how powerful the Eala effect truly was. August 22, 2026. New York City, Flushing Meadows. The USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. The preparations for the U.S. Open were in full swing. The world's best players were arriving, practice courts were filling up, and the energy was building toward the final Grand Slam of the season. But nothing could have prepared anyone for the scene that was about to unfold. Alex Eala had arrived. She posted on social media with a simple message, "Coming for you, New York." The words were bold. The message was clear. She was ready for the challenge ahead. She didn't waste a single moment. Immediately upon arrival, she headed straight to Arthur Ashe Stadium for a training session with her coach Joan Bosch from the Rafael Nadal Academy. The U.S. Open social media team captured the moment, posting a video of Eala training with the caption, "Alex Eala has arrived." But it wasn't just the training that captured the world attention. It was the welcome she received. Thousands of Filipino fans had gathered at the venue, their flags waving proudly, their chants of Laban, Alex, echoing through the humid air. Security guards had to form a shield around her as she made her way through the sea of supporters. Fans reached out to touch her, to take photos, to be part of the moment. Eala Mania had arrived in New York, and it was unlike anything the tennis world had ever seen. The statistics were staggering, and they painted a picture of a player who had become the biggest draw in women's tennis. In Washington, tournament chairman Mark Ein had revealed that ticket sales had risen by 80% because of Eala's matches. I will say, over the last month, the ticketing team says at least 80, if not more, of the requests in this tournament are about when is Alex Eala playing. Ein said, "Honestly, I think it's more," and they just didn't want to say it was more. He called Eala an icon and a phenomenon who, for him, was the greatest thing that happened in this year's competition. In Toronto, the phenomenon reached new heights. Tournament director Karl Hale revealed that Eala had generated upwards of 5,000 ticket sales, making the 2,800-seat grandstand court too small for her appearance. "Our grandstand court is 2,800 seats. We can't put her on there because she probably sold upwards of 5,000 tickets," Hale told Tennis Channel. Tickets for her first match sold out within 30 minutes, and they were forced to move her to center court due to her popularity. The 10,077-seat Sobeys Stadium was packed mostly with Filipino fans cheering loudly for Eala. "We've never seen a player ranked outside the top 5 have this type of effect," Hale said. Serena Williams is the only other player believed to have produced a Wednesday night sellout in Toronto during the past 20 years. A sold-out Wednesday night this early in the tournament is really unheard of, Hale said. Now, New York was about to experience the full force of Eala Mania, the Nike phenomenon. Perhaps the most stunning evidence of Eala's commercial power came not from the tennis court, but from the world of commerce. Ahead of her return to the U.S. Open, Eala unveiled her official Nike court kit for the tournament on Instagram. A 140 royal blue Nike court slam dress inspired by a basketball jersey. Alongside it came her first ever signature Nike t-shirt, a 42 black cotton tee with floral graphics and her name on the back. "Also, I have my own shirt. You know what to do," Eala wrote. Her fans knew exactly what to do. The shirt sold out within hours. New merchandise for Carlos Alcaraz, Jannik Sinner, and Aryna Sabalenka all remained available at the exact same time. For a short period, it came back in stock, then sold out once more. That demand fit in line with what had followed Eala after reaching the fourth round of Wimbledon and clinching her maiden WTA title in Washington. During that title run, the number of Filipino fans poured into the stands to watch their countrywoman. Due to this, tournament organizers had to shift higher-ranked players' matches off the main court to accommodate the fans, and they even provided a special dish for Eala on their menu: chicken adobo, a Filipino specialty. Before the singles main draw even began, Eala was already making waves. She had secured a wild card into the U.S. Open mixed doubles main draw alongside Canadian star Alex Eala. The pairing, which came about through their shared agency and mutual connections, had instantly become one of the most anticipated partnerships of the tournament. Eala, who had never played mixed doubles at a major before, was looking forward to experiencing what he called the Eala effect. It is a great opportunity because I did not play last year, but this time around to feel what it's like to have the Eala effect and fan base behind me is going to be funny, Eala said. The Canadian star acknowledged Eala's growing influence. She is younger than me, but she has the fan base. She is carrying the crowd, so it's going to be interesting. The mixed doubles field was stacked with some of the biggest names in tennis. Eala and Eala were among the wild-card teams alongside Leylah Fernandez and Frances Tiafoe, Taylor Townsend and Alexander Zverev, Alina Svitolina and Gael Monfils, and defending champions Sara Errani and Andrea Vavasori. Eala's arrival in New York came with historic news. She was projected to enter the U.S. Open with a career-high World No. 18 ranking, making her the highest-ranked Filipino women's tennis player in the Open era. With her lofty ranking came a favorable seeding, a first for any Filipino in the history of the U.S. Open. Former U.S. Open finalist Greg Rusedski believes Eala has what it takes to make a deep run at the U.S. Open, saying he would be surprised if the rising Filipina star fails to reach at least the quarterfinals. "I think she'll sell out crowds like she did in Toronto," Rusedski said. How impressive was her result in Washington, the way she played? She was incredible. Rusedski highlighted Eala's mentality and confidence as key strengths. Everybody can play, but it's a swagger, it's the belief, it's in between the ears, it's the intensity, he said. She goes tick, 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 tick in all boxes. I mean, she must be a dream to work with. So, as a coach and as somebody who watches, she is special. She's on the cusp, Rusedski added. She's the first Filipina to make the fourth round of a major. I wouldn't be surprised if she's in the quarters or semis. She's that good. I think the mentality is second to none. I think she loves the big stage. There's certain players who love walking on Arthur Ashe Stadium, who like to play on the big stadiums, who want to be on the big stadiums. That's what I feel with Eala, that she wants to be there, and she will get her success because of all the work she does. Alex Eala's arrival in New York was more than just a moment. It was a recognition of her status as a global icon, a symbol of hope and inspiration for millions of people around the world. The numbers told the story. She had packed stadiums wherever she went. She had drawn massive crowds, sold out tournaments, and brought new fans to the sport. She had become the WTA's big ticket. Eala Mania had begun at the Australian Open, when long lines of fans wrapped around walkways outside her matches. It had continued in Abu Dhabi, Doha, and Wimbledon. It had reached new heights at the Canadian Open, where every match she played sold out. It had culminated in Cincinnati, where ticket prices had surged by $160 per ticket overnight. And now, in New York, it had reached a fever pitch. From the cracked courts of Quezon City, where tennis was a luxury, to the center courts of New York, where she had become the biggest draw in women's tennis, Alexandra Eala had proven that champions don't just win matches, they move mountains. And the thousands of Filipino fans who had flooded Flushing Meadows, they knew it all along. From the cracked courts of Quezon City to the center courts of New York, where she had become the biggest draw in women's tennis, Alexandra Eala had proven that champions don't just win matches, they move mountains. And the thousands of Filipino fans who flooded Flushing Meadows, who lined up for hours just to catch a glimpse of her, who traveled across the country just to see her play, they knew it all along. 440,000 fans? Maybe not yet, but the way the Eala effect is growing, it's only a matter of time. The U.S. Open will never be the same. The tennis world is stunned, and Alex Eala is just getting started.